Got the new bearing. These fitting. These little Allen heads. Got a new one of these. Pretty bad right there, but be alright. This is, can't tell what this is. It's like a cloth. Got some wire until it's been rubbing for a while because it's like flat. I think that's what shredded it. Ooh, pretty nasty in there. Trying to dig it all out. There's a bunch right there. One thing about when you get in your own business, you also find other guys the same age as you, or a little older, doing the same thing you do. This is his shop. He let me come in and, you know, get my parts, clean them up, use his shop. So I'm gonna wash this in the parts washer. And I got these cleaned up. Spacer, or something that when you put this on, this goes right here. This keeps the bearing steady. So got everything there. Go ahead and turn this on. Go ahead and let it soak a little bit. It'll wash those out. The bolts that we used broke, or one of them broke off down in there. So I'm gonna go find me some safety glasses because this stuff will burn your eyeballs. The only reason why I know is because I've done it. But go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then see if I can't find out why that bearing. I tried to put the bearing on there, but it wouldn't fall on there. So probably need to clean up some of the ends. So I grabbed the new one, or grabbed a new one of this right here, which this cost me $1,200 for the for a new one. I went ahead and grabbed it just in case we did some pretty good damage taking it apart because everything was stuck, seized. So we're gonna try to get this cleaned up. All right, so we had to get the bearing race out, so we stick welded it. Ooh, it's still a little hot. It's been like 20 minutes ago. We had to beat that out of the race piece, so we're gonna try to use the old one. So I had to drill these. The bolt broke off, so we had to drill them out. Then it eased them out, and then we re-threaded. So a little rough, but clean this out, so it saves me about 1,200 bucks. So I had faith, but I just want to make sure if we had parts I can always take back. So then we can clean this up, and then we'll be putting the bearing back on. So everything looks pretty good, no damage other than the shaft, but should be good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grease this so that way it's actually greasing. All right, so we're getting close. Get the bearing in. It took forever smacking it with a sledge.
Let's put the rest of it on.
So we got everything back on. So we got these tight. So this goes first, then the bearing, and there's this spacer on the shaft piece, and then there's the retaining clip, and then on this there's a that seats the bearing right so it don't move. It's like a about that thick, and it's the whole length of this, or the whole diameter of this. Then this bolts down, so we just pumped full of grease. He had one of those, yeah. So we shot grease on the back side of the bearings, and then we pumped it full. We probably did about 125 with stage 2, so it bites down pretty good. So it's turning good, no growling, no nothing, so hopefully the other side's pretty good. So we should be good to go another 3,000. Ain't no telling how many's on it, because I know I put 1,500 on it myself, or more than that, who knows. Yo, Jesse with Bowman Lane Clearing. Just want to show you what I'm doing today. It's not mulching, we'll be back, got the mulcher fixed, got everything going. Just want to say one thing before we start with anything is, if you could please like and subscribe, tell everybody you know. I enjoy doing YouTube. I didn't think I'd get really big into it, but so doing a little bit of shirt, and I got a guy that does all the shirt work, or brings it in. So he don't have equipment, so he wants me to let this car pass. Golly, both these things are heavy, especially this one, since I've bent the spring on the back of it. But he wants me to do all the spreading, because he don't have a piece of equipment. So I make money, he makes money. Those things are super heavy. So this is a long driveway. I'll show you in a second. Check my fuel. Pretty good on fuel. It's a pretty long ways down here. Long driveway. I'm just gonna park right here. This thing's too heavy to get off or park anywhere else. So just repairing this driveway. This ain't my first one I've done. I've done several. I just never recorded, I don't think of. So we're doing a very thin layer because of the budget. So I'm gonna try to get in here and just kind of scrape some of this. Really need some of this water out of here. But we had a lot of rain, so we're gonna get back to mulching pretty soon. Actually tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then I'll probably have to work Sunday too. So we're gonna try to get this going. What sucks is we had to park the church all the way in the back, so I'm gonna have to go a long way. So this is gonna be long. It's gonna take a while, but we're gonna go ahead and get at it. I ain't no expert doing chert, because this is probably my 3rd or 4th one I've done. I've done some for chicken houses, which I got to do some more there already. But I think the hardest thing is getting it spread out, because it's so. I was told to make this thing super thin, so I try to just shake it best I can, trying to find those big rocks. Out, and I just barely drag it, because the customer wants it super thin, so that way he could save a little bit of money for right now. So I said, you got it. So what I'm trying to do is spread it thin on the back side, and it just, if I got too much, just push forward and scrape it. So, but also put enough to pack. So see how I got like that? Just some of it I have to just back drag into the spots. So it's going pretty thin, and it just kind of barely drag over the top, just enough. Sometimes you have those little hills, but trying to put it where it needs to go, but also where it's going to wash away, and then the customer's going to be pissed off. But they said at least a couple inches. So far so good. Sometimes I have to go on the other side and just drag it out thinner. But I'm also packing it as I'm going forward. So it's looking pretty good. They're already taking pictures and smiling, so that's what I like to see. See, so far I packed it the way I need to, and when the truck comes in, which he knows to pack down the center off on the right side, so, but learning as I'm going. I'm just listening to what some of the customers know what they want, so I just listen, and I just keep asking, even though if I went over time, I think it's about 4 hours, because it's a long ways of a travel up there. But also, since this driveway is like kind of wider than normal, I guess, I'll get one bucket and then leave a few feet off. I'll pile on one side and make it like drop a little bit. Just drop some here and there for the powder. Something like that. Just enough. I forgot to bring my shovel too, so that's not good. I need to throw some in some spots. done to push it, he's moving up a little bit and dumping it. That way it makes my life a little easier. You see it's wobbling left or right. It's so scary to watch too, because he had rolled this truck not too long ago and just got it fixed. Very nice guy, very awesome. Oh, easy. Oh, scary to watch. It's funny but scary. Because he's just like me, a small business owner. Come on, drop it down. Right there's several spots right there where he's at. He's got some big old water dips. We gotta pack it pretty good. It's full of water too. The power lines are right there next to us, probably about 4 or 5 inches. Like 7 inches thick right up here. All I'm doing is just trying to get in that center to push it up. So that was the 5th load. We're gonna have a pretty good bit extra, so the customer's gonna get the rest at the driveway. But we may have a little too much. this out. They don't want to pack it too thick right here, just so that way, because it's got a good slope. I left that so that way the rain will drop down through there. Look at that. Pretty nice. Park right in the road. Get a picture of that. All right, so he's going to get gravel, and I'm gonna go back here in the back. The customers want parking and parking area, and a little bit like the front yard. So I'm gonna try to get that done. Well, it's getting dark. We didn't get all the gravel done because they had a budget to get chert down, and then we did gravel halfway, or not even halfway, probably a quarter of it. So they don't want to spend any more money, so we're doing what they want to do. It's for sale, so this is established, so they're ready to go. So we're just gonna load up before it gets too dark, because I got something else to go do for probably like 5-10 minutes with a skid steer. So